The views, opinions, and comments shared in this video podcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions by this broadcast. We don't promote or encourage any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel are meant for educational purposes only.
We are here today to invite Mr. Mills, better known as Gangster Molly, where he will give a little background of himself and share with us his upbringing in our community. Mr. Molly, please give us an overview of your background.
Good afternoon, it's a pleasure to be here. I don't even know where to start.
All right.
So much thing to talk about.
Yeah. Well, the question basically I want to start off with is give us a little overview of your musical career.
Well, my name is Shay Mills, aka
Yeah.
Gangster Molly. That's my artist name.
Yeah.
You know, I come from a background of uncles that was involved in the music industry.
Right. And the pan.
And the pan.
Yeah. K-Fort is one of your uncle, right?
Yeah.
Right. You have a colorful reputation.
Yeah. He was the captain of Silver Caps. I don't know if you remember that. There was a
big band in the back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, back then there used to be Steel Pan War.
Right. So even then it had this war thing.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, different areas. You know, couldn't go here, couldn't go there. So
it's not a new thing. That have been since in the 50s, 60s.
Yeah, but what came new is the killing and the guns. Because back then it used to be cutlass, big stone, knife, bottle, them sort of things.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you was a baby at that time?
I wasn't even born.
All right. But you heard about it.
Yeah, I had stories.
Right. How was growing up like as a youth man in St. Paul's Street?
Well, I could say
you went to certain schools.
Best time.
Yeah. What is some of the schools you went to?
I went to Bethlehem Boys, RC. I said common entrance and passed from over Governmental.
Yeah.
I migrated to America.
Yeah, we come here as a deportee or what?
Yeah.
All
if you want to call it that.
All right. Tell me something. This issue, you believe is a myth or what it is basically? Is it a reality in our community?
Basically what it is, so I see is a race killing one another for no reason. That's why I look at it that, because when they really check it out, you're fighting a never ending battle because no one ain't gonna win. You know, and it's sad to say and sad to see that, you know, friends killing friends.
But what started that? What started that whole episode?
From what I see, jealousy and envy.
What about Tooth? What about you be able to sell your wares in this area and the next area do want that, or they're moving in or something?
You know, everybody wanna be a boss.
You
You know?
Yeah.
Everybody wanna be the man, everybody wanna be the Dan. However you wanna put it.
It are no discipline in the sense that whoever running the show, he fear enough that everybody feels satisfied.
I'm gonna give you a little history. When I was young, I used to hang out by the deceased Micheal home.
Alright.
I went to school with his brothers and stuff. And growing up as a youth, I used to hide guns for him. And my family came and found out about it and they took me away. And when he died, that's when everything break loose. Gang started to form because when he was alive, it was one order, one boss, one head.
Alright.
It wasn't these different gangs that have now and different separations, and everybody was one under one umbrella.
Okay. So he was a well-loved individual within the community of East Forest. Can you remember Mogera?
I was not wrong to experience the thing that was going on during that time. I heard stuff when I called home and stuff like that. You know, I was now around for his rise of power.
Okay.
You know, but from what I hear, he had things in order.
He had it in order.
Things wasn't like how it is. You know, if somebody had to die, he had to call the shot.
I see. All right, so it still have that sort of order within the community where whoever is leading, there is no wild shooting or something like that, or it turn out to that.
To be honest, I tell you, like the Wild West, yes, because it's like to die for high. You know, guys come and shoot up one block, guys come around, go back and shoot up the block.
So but just for fun or something?
Tick for tack.
What causes that? Again, back to that point of what could cause that, because the community is suffering as a result.
A lot.
Right. The next generation we into sort of get.
Right now, the generation from the 90s lost. That generation is lost. Come like that generation no exist.
So you're saying there's no hope, or you're saying that what you would believe that could be done to perhaps salvage this situation, to have peace? Because I believe that there's intention to foster peace with the various communities, whether it's gang leaders, whether it's community leaders, whether it's whoever representative there is.
In order to have peace, you have to have love first. But without love, you cannot have peace. And that's what the community missing is love.
Well, so long as you recognize what is the requirement, perhaps you just start getting the love involved, getting the love into it.
Remember, before you love someone, you gotta get to know that person first. You can't just say you love somebody.
But remember, is youths that used to be going to school with each other, is cousins, is brethren, is it must have love there?
Love, it had, but love was overtook by so much hate and anger.
And what could have contributed to that?
What contributed to that? A lot of innocent people getting killed. Because a guy may know his father is a hard-working guy. He's not involved in no criminal activity. He may be working agency and get to have to go in a different environment to probably do a job. And the guys and them say, you know, you from so, and kill him.
Yeah.
How you expect a child to feel? Knowing that his father was not involved in no criminal activity and they kill him for no reason.
Alright, I understand that point of view. But what about the whole question of forgiveness? What about the whole question of trying to salvage or minimize on the whole question of to go forward and to sort of improve the situation? Because we cannot continue with this.
People forget what forgiveness is.
They
don't know how to forgive no more.
But what is your advice in the sense of trying to salvage this situation? Because I don't think we have to sort of agree that there's no hope, there's no salvaging at the situation. Because right now, our beyond the border personnel would be coming into the community and trying to create avenues where there could be some level of entrepreneurship, empowerment of the community, and so on. So, you think that could work?
In order to have change, people have to want change. And have to be the majority, not the minority.
Well, you don't believe the majority want a change at this situation?
Actions speak louder than words. You must say it all day. They want change, but one change when the time they come to change.
Well, I would like to put my opinion to be examined, right? And if it is that the majority of people want change, but they're not in a position to execute the change, it will appear as though that voice is being stifled. There isn't a voice there. How about if there's an opportunity to amplify that particular voice, to sensitize, to educate the people that this could work? We could try that. We could seek some input from the representatives and so on, from the government, the governing bodies and so on, international support. You figure that have a chance?
To be honest with you, no.
You give up.
Because
you live it.
Come, government go, the same thing. You think might change for a couple months and then it back to like things never happen. So
the question of the younger generation, you don't think there's a chance? You don't even believe, well, if we take the children and carry them in a different community, that perhaps, or you give them a different type of opportunity where they could be empowered and so on, you figure that do have a chance? Because children is innocent one, and the children is pretty much innocent. What do you think? We have to be, as black, as young black people, we have to have hope. We cannot be sharing to the listening and viewing public there that there is no hope. We definitely cannot do that. Although our experience is rather gruesome and things like that, we have to separate the cancer from the body. And if it is, there's a few people that is more or less having their own falling out and things like that, that is where proper governance comes in. All right? And the various leaders, the various people in authority need to come together, like whether black organization, because at some interview I had earlier on, right, sometime during the week, someone mentioned that we had to take a page from Satmaraj. Satmaraj don't believe, well, there is hopelessness. He would come with his, he'll exhort whatever influence there is to be in order to make a change for his people. So we had to see that as a shining light.
This segment is powered by GM Productions. Let's Work. We provide services for all your audio and video needs.
Our various leaders, whether it be political leaders or religious leaders, they definitely weak. I will say the damn well weak. All right. So, what sort of change we could look forward for in this generation? Right. I just trying to influence the whole trust here. Right. A different angle, a different direction. Because we definitely cannot give up on our next generation, our younger one who innocent and just they need proper guidance.
Well, I think could really help their coming generations that to come. Have a lot of sports clubs like.
Right, you know, seeing it, man.
Right, because
that could help.
We have a
sports.
Complex.
St. Paul Street complex that is.
It's not being used.
Right.
It's just there. Grass is high, like I don't know what.
Right, we know the quarry. You could hide in the grass, eh?
Yeah, you could hide for the grass so high. You could hide in the grass.
Yeah.
And it's not being used. I remember growing up when school closed. We go in summer camp there. It had Bible school. It had different activity, different things we used to do growing up.
And where things change that? Where things change that?
Crime.
The crime situation.
Everybody's scared to go there.
The security mechanism doesn't work for us because if there is crime, and crime is preventing progress, the national security people would call for an emergency, a state of emergency if necessary. They would definitely not say that crime causing that, because if crime start to take place in Westmoreland, the whole of Westmoreland ain't gonna run out and say, well then it's crime. We know it's crime, yes, but what are the authorities doing, putting in place to prevent further chaos? What I shouldn't be asking you that basically, but I'm making that statement to sort of echo some level of reasoning to the broader authorities. So don't believe I'm putting you in any hot seat as to what could be done, like if you is the representative of the area, right? So don't get me wrong there. What I'm simply trying to do as a person who born in this community and happen to be a successful rapper, I see your videos and your various videos. They will come at that in a while. I just wanted to get from the community some level of response as to what is required. If it requires more jobs, if it requires empowerment of the community, if it requires some kind of change of, the various amenities of the community could be improved. Like for instance, that complex I mentioned there's hole in the roof based on the shooting and things like that. Security afraid to go there. Maybe they need to change the security. Maybe they need to have some educational program to encourage the people back to use and put security, put the army, bring in the army. What do you think about that?
Well, I think what really need to be done, everybody need to sit down and voice the opinion.
So you say more dialogue, you say more consultation.
If people come together more and sit down and express the feeling and get off what's on their chest, they could come really find out what the problem is. Because people saying is because nobody don't really know. What is the problem? What causing this whole situation?
Well, a lot of people know, You can't tell me the whole of Trinidad having problem.
Everybody have an idea, but when you ask, if you ask me, I will give you one point of view. Ask somebody, they'll give you a different. Everybody's point of view can be different.
All right. Well, I want to suggest with the trust that our podcast is taking, is to go into the community and more or less seek answers, right? We start speaking to one or two leaders, one or two community activists and so on, and our intention is to go out there and basically try to get the ground, try to get words from the various people with how their life is being affected and what could be done to bring about certain changes, because we cannot continue like this, right? So let me take a different angle here as it relates to your music career. Give me a little rundown about how you're coping, how you're striving, what success you have.
Well,
I know you have some records.
getting involved in the music. I grew up around the culture because I spent majority of my teen life and a couple years in my 20s in America. So I grew up around the culture. I always love the culture, I love the music, you know. And I always found it a way of expressing your feelings, expressing yourself, without being judged. Because through rap music, a lot of guys who rap was drug dealers, hustlers, you know, gangsters, criminals. So they tell their story, and that's what basically what I'm doing, telling my story through my music.
Okay, so you're saying that there's a format, there's a medium that one could follow in sort of getting out of that sort of that criminal life.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is our answer for us. Perhaps we could develop more studios, more artist structure, you know, more facilities that it will sort of bring out the talent within the ghetto and so on.
Because, you know, in the black communities have a lot of talented youths that never get the break or the opportunity to do certain things that they love. So what I believe they turn to crime, because a lot of kids growing up without fathers, and it takes two to raise a child, a mother and a father.
I agree with you.
Because some things a mother can't teach you that a father will have to teach you. It take a man to raise a man.
All right. So this whole question about a certain child mother and that kind of thing, where the father is absent in prison, and you know, single parent syndrome. Then, you know, you think that is not healthy for our society.
That's one of the
downfall
in the black community. Been for so many years that guys, you know, meet up with a girl, you know, have a child together. She had to raise a child, and she just there, you know, working 3-4 jobs, trying to maintain that child, and that child, they don't have no guidance. He out in the streets running up and down, and he's seeing different elements around him, and you know, he fall off track because
a lot of broken homes.
A lot of broken homes because he see the criminals, he see the drug dealers, he see the biggest
bling.
You know, the latest sneakers, all the girls running down, and in their mind, that's life.
Right.
And that's how they want to be, because there were a lot of kids. I remember growing up, you have to try, you want to be like Brian Lara, you want to be like Russell Latapy, you want to be like Ronaldo. You ask a kid where you want to be, he can't even tell you.
You might pretty well say you want to be a gangster or a bad boy or something like that.
Yeah, because
I agree with you.
You have no vision, you have no
role model. Or I could
that's
recall.
That's a big problem in the black community. Kids don't have no role model, no one to look up to. Because I know what it is growing up without a father.
Right.
Know? And it's hard.
Yeah. In the early 80s, I could remember they used to be idolizing Maurice Marshall. That limping minister. You couldn't say anything about Maurice. He had that kind of following, he had that kind of reputation of being an outstanding minister. I don't think if it have that sort of reputation with ministers these days, somehow ministers and representatives seem to be a bad word. What do you think about that? You figure they could do much more than what they are doing?
Yeah, they could do a lot more. A lot more would it do.
All right, well, Mr. Mills, I want to address you as Mr. Mills for now. That is your AKA music name. that is Gangster Molly. But I know here's Mr. Mills. I want to thank you for coming at our studio to highlight these various, first of all, the music, and give us a background about yourself. All right, and if it is that sooner or later we'd want to call you back in to perhaps give us a rundown as to the success of your music, and just shoot some, hello, and some experience as to what's taking place with your career, and what sort of advice you could give to the youths that we trying to sort of center our focus and to change around the community from getting from bad to worse. So thank you again, sir.
No problem.
All right. Good.
Yeah.